Hello, my name is Steve Lampett. I'm the Technical Manager at the BSIA. I want to talk to you today about a cybersecurity code of practice that we're developing aimed at design, installation and maintenance of safety and security systems. We're calling it BSIA Form 342. In the presentation today, I want to pose a dilemma to you to perhaps give you something to think about, which will lead into why we're doing this and some of the issues we're trying to tackle. I want to talk about the cybersecurity code of practice itself. I also want to share with you what we think the future and some of the challenges we have going forward might be. The dilemma. Your company installs an internet connected device, for example, a CCTV camera, being operated remotely from a different city or country that relies on a third-party network or networks to function effectively. Assuming it was installed securely in the first place, what assurances do you have that the device remains secure after you leave site? You've got customers who could be fiddling with options on their network or router. You have an IT or network manager in search of perfection that may be tweaking the network on a daily basis. You might have a communication provider involved. Is the network itself secure? Was it secure in the first place? What if somebody adds another device that is not secure? How many people are there actually adding devices onto that network? Is it controlled or not? What about new threats? How are you dealing with critical updates or any other updates for that matter? The list doesn't include cyber attackers who are also there. If something goes wrong, who is responsible? i.e., who will be fixing the problem? Who pays? Will somebody be liable for something? So, why should we do something? We can't ignore progress, so we can't ignore new technology. New technology could enhance our industry offering. There are many benefits in using internet connected systems or devices. It could be an improved customer or user experience. The ability for devices and systems to share data. Greater real-time data and therefore a better use of analytics. The integration with other products or devices or systems. The possibility of reduced install cost, which could lead to increased revenue. Along with new technology comes new risks, which we're going to have to manage. So the problem is, how do we introduce an appropriate level of confidence for our stakeholders while allowing us to utilise new technology wisely and safely? Benjamin Franklin once said, "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure." And that's the philosophy we used in developing our cybersecurity code of practice. We think the best way to tackle this is by prevention. The title of the new code of practice is Installation of Safety and Security Systems Cybersecurity Code of Practice. It's a bit of a mouthful, so from now on I'm going to refer to it as the Cybercop 342. Development of Cybercop 342 is being led by the BSIA CySPAG group, that's the Cyber Security Product Assurance group. The group is made up of industry stakeholders and cybersecurity experts. A draft of Cybercop 342 is currently being widely circulated for comment in both the fire and security industries. And depending on the feedback we receive and how much work will be involved in dealing with that feedback, we're aiming to publish in June this year. With Cybercop 342, we're trying to take a practical approach and recognise that there's a combined stakeholder effort in providing a cyber secure solution. That is, it takes some effort from manufacturers, designers, installers and ongoing support and maintenance to provide a cyber secure safety or security solution. This will require a collaborative approach, which means that installers will need to work with manufacturers to ensure that updates are applied in a timely manner and that end users are aware of their role as much as possible in keeping the system secure. Cybercop 342 addresses the roles of the system designer, installer, maintainer, including the information that must be passed to the end user. Cybercop 342 provides a process to enable organisations to manage the actual cyber risks rather than the generic perceived cyber risk. Cybercop 342 deals with the responsibility issues so that all parties know who is responsible for what. Cybercop 342 moves away from blindly using plug and play, or plug and pray, as some people have referred to it, and aims to ensure that the installer checks security settings before handing over. It also provides a logical process that could easily bolt on to existing industry processes and standards. The use of Cybercop 342 could assist in the differentiation between those professionally installed internet-connected safety and security products and services and those not professionally installed. Cybercop 342 addresses the processes required to ensure updates and patches are easily applied. As far as Cybercop 342 goes, a practical approach entails that we recognise that industry will need upskilling. We've tried to be fair in terms of the allocation of responsibilities, which will assist companies hugely when things go wrong. We're not just recommending the use of cyber secure product that is capable of being cyber secure, but we're trying to ensure that installers apply that product appropriately for the risk and the particular scenario that it's being used. We've tried to be flexible with the use of documentation as much as possible to allow cybersecurity requirements to be integrated into existing documentation, for example, the system design proposal or as fitted records, etc. We've tried to keep the new requirements to ensure cybersecurity to a minimum in the hope that they can be incorporated into existing processes. The future and some challenges that we face. Firstly, we want to publish Cybercop 342 as soon as possible. We want to continue work on providing training options for industry practitioners, particularly for installation operatives. We're going to continue our drive to include cybersecurity in our standards. We want to get to a position where we can respond quickly to changes in the cyber landscape. We're going to produce more guidance for industry groups. We're going to begin shortly working on a manufacturing standard. While this is going on, the next innovation in technology might come along. Maybe artificial intelligence, I don't know. The real challenge is to support innovation in our industry while not introducing unacceptable risks. Thank you for your time today. My name is Steve Lampett. I'm the Technical Manager at the BSIA. My email address is on the screen. If you'd like to visit our website, it's also on the screen. If you want to get more involved in what's happening in your industry, join the BSIA. Be a member, not just an observer.